Hello everyone and welcome to this latest video in the Model Railway series where we're going to be taking a look at my HO scale layout, Gantsville. Okay, so Gantsville, what is it and why have most of you never heard of it? So this is my HO scale layout, American outline, that looking back on RM Web, I started way back in 2016. And the idea was it's an inglenook shunting puzzle. Not many people had American outline ones in the UK that I had seen, and yeah, I was really excited for this one. I wanted to do an American thing for a long time and came up with this after floating around on Google Maps as you do and looking up American short lines, and I came across the Alexander Railroad and fell in love almost immediately. So for those of you, which is probably most of you, who have never heard of the line, it's a short line that runs from Taylorsville, North Carolina, through to Statesville, where it interchanges with Norfolk Southern. And the name Gantsville came about because of Harry Gant, a very famous, well-known ex-NASCAR driver who is from Taylorsville. And I went with Gantsville because, as I'll be able to show you, the track plan has changed a bit from the real thing. Ignore the Christmas tree in the background, that's coming down after this video has been made. So we have a 3 spurs for the inglenook, along with a nice little bit of running line with a road to the end. And as you can see, the dirt texture that I put down the side, that's all breaking off because this has been in storage on top of a shelf for many years now. And if we take a look, you can see there's cobwebs and all sorts. So I have no idea why or when I took out the switch machines, but these had Caboose Industry throws attached at one point, which is why we have the extended ties. And as you can see, I used a grass mat for the base layer. This was before static grass was all the rage. The trees, they just look like dark trees on the camera, but they're actually covered in dust. Everything is covered in dust, as I say. So the idea is, in 2026, we're going to finish this layout off and get it operational. So points are functional. This is all Pico code 100, which is majorly overscaled for this. I'm trying to look where my power feeds are. So we've got power feeds to all of the tracks. So insulated here, and so yeah, the power feeds through from here through to. So no frog polarity switching on this. It's just going to be one engine operation, and I believe there's power feeds here. Now the crossing, I did a very bad thing on this crossing. So initially I was very happy with how it looked. However, everyone said use a smaller profile track for your inset. And I did some preliminary rough running and it looked all fine. So I went, no, I don't need to do that. So let's just grab one of these box cars. It's not a box car at all, it's a gondola. And if I can get it on the track, that'd be a good start. So, what the dickens? This is why you shouldn't be doing it one hand. There we go. So this one is going to make a liar out of me and run through there absolutely fine. But some of the stock I have, some of the locos, they'd come and they were catching on it. And that is one of the reasons this possibly fell out of favour and has ended up sort of just not doing anything. So as you can see, there is this beige paper covered in dust that runs along here. So the idea was that there would be a gravel / dirt track all along here, and we would have our building here for our depot. Now obviously the depot is not over by the tracks, it's set back, which again is something very different from the Alexander Railroad, on which this is inspired by, because that would be here, and there was is a dock for this track, but also these spurs would be much longer. But that doesn't fit in with the whole idea of an inglenook, so it hasn't been included. Now the thing is, this technically, as far as an inglenook goes, should be completely insular in that I don't need to have anything running off the end of the board here. Just a small 4-axle loco and away we go. You could do all of the shunting maneuvers on the board and complete your puzzle. Okay, switching back to the tripod to avoid any more motion sickness for you guys, I decided to get out what will probably be the primary motive power for this inglenook, which is an old Bachmann Spectrum 44 tonner. Now this is new to me, and it's in completely the wrong livery for what I want. However, I am lucky enough to own a set of decals, so I can change this to Alexander Railroad number 3. Now this little loco will be perfect for this sort of thing, and to give you an example of size, so if I grab a Bachmann Class 03, you can see just a little bit longer than an 03. However, if we bring in this body shell for a Norfolk Southern high hood unit, you can see that it's almost half the length. So something like this, although I believe it would fit within the rules, I would be using all of my track limit and it just wouldn't look as good in my opinion. So the idea is, we've got that. I do have 2 of these. If you watch my NEC video, you'll know that I picked up 2 of these, albeit one is missing a wheel set. Quite easy to find spares for £7 for the pair from Ellis Clark's Rumble. And yeah, they're brilliant. Let's say they're not really suited to this layout, but they both have different running numbers, and for interchanging with Norfolk Southern, these will be ideal. And if you're wondering, I just dropped the insert in the background. But yeah, so that's the plans for this layout. Is tidy it up, hoover it off, get the wiring sorted, and first of all get it running, because I'm starting to get my mojo back now for model railways. Doesn't mean I'm going to be jumping back in with the NCMA guys, as much as I really appreciate all of them and love being a part of it. I'm not ready to be doing that sort of thing. I need time to just be out on my own and get back into things, but I think this layout is the way to go. So we can get some ballast on, as I say. We can just build some basic bumper stops, or even I believe you could get away with chain down sleepers on the ends here. That would be cool to model. I do have a depot building to go here, and I think just, yeah, try and tidy up the scenery in the back a little bit. The edge of the road, as you see, needs tidying up, and get this gravel roadway done. Realistically, this is a project we could knock out in a month, I think. Get some static grass down over this stuff, and as I introduce you to more of my American stock, this is the perfect place to do it. So a bit shorter video than usual, guys. I'd say there's not much to show you. It's more an reintroduction to Gantsville. If you want to go find out more, there is a link to that RM web page down below. I believe it's archived now, so nobody can reply to it. Although, if I get started on this again, I may contact the mods and see if they can open it up again. Drop down in the comments if that's what you'd like to see, or would you rather just keep up with it through the videos and discuss it here. Alright, that is going to be it for this video, guys. If you've made it through to the end, as always, thank you very much for watching. It's very appreciated. Watch time is the only thing preventing me from monetizing the channel, believe it or not. And whilst I don't expect to ever make any money out of this, some pocket change just to put back into the modeling would be nice. With that said, I will catch you in the next one. Bye for now.